God,
about
how
it.
did I forget this?
Because life.
Because depression has fucked with my memory. Y'all don't understand how bad this overtime fucked with my mental health.
Have you been getting enough sleep?
I've gotten plenty of sleep.
Okay.
I'm dealing with isolation, though.
That'll do it.
I feel like I have no one I can talk to. I messaged Hannah on Thursday in tears. Fucking tears, because I was so lonely.
Before I forget, you just remind me. Can we talk about how, like, goblin mode she's gotten on Instagram?
Yeah, I saw her recent post about the gelatinous cube.
Yeah. I'm expecting, like, another one of her actually becoming a gelatinous cube slowly throughout those stories.
I think she is.
The sanity is slipping.
I think the sanity is slipping for all of us, honestly.
I had a handle on mine, then I just broke it.
Like a coffee mug.
Hold on, I'm sorry, slipping?
We're being very generous here.
Being extremely generous at the moment.
We're all mad here.
I'm slightly annoyed. Not mad yet.
I'm depressed.
I am Bruja.
Hey, the basic anarchists. Awesome.
How did you beat me?
How did I what?
You already finished?
I read really fast.
Yeah, you do.
I can't help it.
Babadook.
Baba Dick.
Baba Dick?
Okay, Baba Dick. Baba Dick is a gay icon.
It sounds like a really weird slang for oral sex.
Baba Dick.
Yes.
We're a serious channel here. I turned to page 394. I promise.
Oh, we're serious? I'm out.
Alright, so I'm a gang girl. Sarah is a bruja. We gotta find out what Brian is.
I'm also taking
Good.
it, so.
Hold on.
I
Brad, is
need
that a
to
dice?
find out everyone's vampire clans before we start.
Is that a Dyson configuration behind you, Ren? Or are you just happy to see me?
Oh, what's the quiz site?
World of
World
Darkness.
of Darkness.
Okay.
The official World of Darkness site is where the quiz is. Kitsune joined the vampire cult.
I'm going.
My mother has just discovered Daniel Radcliffe doing dance in the Oregon Trail, and she sent it to the group chat.
Oh my god.
No, Mom, no.
When you said your
Yes,
mother
Mom,
discovered
yes.
when you said your mother discovered Daniel Radcliffe, I'm like, oh no, it's Equus all over again.
If you haven't seen him singing "She'll Be Coming Around the Mountain" in like full burlesque glory.
I mean, he did get naked for Broadway.
Oh, and
Oh, that's so it's
He fucked
amazing.
a horse for Broadway, okay? That was in a different play, I think. He fucked a horse. It was
Daniel Radcliffe was dedicated to his craft. Let's just go with that.
He's
I remind
having
you
way
of
too
the,
much fun with these roles lately.
The gun one where he's got the bear slippers is my favorite.
Yeah, yep. And then Oregon Trail, and what was that last one he did where he was like a medieval prince who had like no concept of the real world? Fucking amazing.
I think this is one where he also plays like a god.
I heard despite how cursed the movie was, Swiss Army Man was pretty good.
That one was really good. I was completely blown away by
My
how
friend
heartfelt it
Logan
was.
told me that that's his comfort film and that I need to watch it.
It is so good. Anyone who has not seen it, I totally recommend it. It has
Mhm.
so many different layers. It's also just funny as fuck.
Daniel Radcliffe just plays a corpse with multiple uses.
Oh, that movie is redonk.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. He's such a good actor.
Mm-hmm.
But also, a lot of that is just a doll that looks like him.
Yeah.
They brought it on the Graham
And
Norton
they just
show.
like CGI his face onto it.
Ugh.
Oh no, his face that like They brought it on the Graham Norton show, and it's hilarious. Sarah.
Hey, Brian's a Bruja as well.
Hey. I'm a little hurt by the fact that if you look at like the direct list, because I went into like more details, it's like the Learned Clan, rabble, punks, hipsters. Well, fuck you too.
Listen, the World of
You
Darkness
do.
just knows how to call people out, okay?
Yeah.
I didn't need that.
He's okay.
Also, hello to anyone who's watching. My name's Turn to Page 94, and here's the shit show that is Lost Mine of Phandelver.
Welcome to the
I
rabbit
promise
hole.
we will play D&D tonight, but I am hyper-fixated on Vampire the Masquerade and basically bullied all of my friends into taking the quiz.
It's not peer pressure, it's just our turn.
You didn't bully
I'm
me.
totally not holding a gun to their backs as they do this.
Yet.
I love how both Brian and AJ turn around to look.
Wait, are you in my bed right now?
Maybe.
Hey, stop hiding in my closet.
It is a tent
I'm
bed.
gay, I have to.
Oh,
You already came out though.
I can always go back in!
Listen, Paige, we're bi. We didn't come out of the closet. We climbed off the bike rack.
That's a good one.
Fuck. God damn
Hands came out of the cupboard.
it.
I haven't figured out the aces yet.
They came
Here we
out of
come.
the deck of cards.
Here we go. We climbed out of the
They
No, they
climbed out
came
of the
with
casino.
the deck of cards.
Aces
Every
came
deck of
with the
cards.
casino, okay?
Wait, does that mean? No, not gonna touch that one. Nope, let it go. Just moving on. Just come back to the test.
Alright, a couple of quick announcements. Tomorrow will be Secrets of Pandora. It's probably gonna air very late though, so make some coffee. It'll probably only be a couple hours long too, so we won't keep you up the entire night. No stream this Wednesday in regards to the Twitch blackout that is happening. Myself and Kitsune, both being streamers, we will not be streaming that day to observe the blackout because Twitch needs to get its shit together and stop it with the fucking hate raids. And instead of giving tips of like, oh, just set your chat to like subscriber only mode. No, fucking deal with the hate raids. You have the money to do so, Bezos. You have the
Come on,
money
Jeffrey,
to do
you
it.
can do it.
I do. Pave the way. Put your back into it.
Throw that back out.
Throw that back out for Twitch. God damn.
You
Okay.
Lex Luthor-looking
Show
bastard.
them why. Show them how.
So, come to think of it, the only stream I'm having this week, aside from this one, is Secrets of Pandora tomorrow. Because this
Dun, dun,
Friday,
dun.
we do not have GKC. Since Icarus is moving.
And I've been a menace to Icarus all week. How's packing going? Fuck off. How's packing going? Next question.
Is it bad? I was eating my sandwich, so I couldn't stop. The first thing that came to mind is if you can ride a dick into space,
I don't like where you're
you
going.
can fix your policies.
I honestly, like, I know we don't like to get too political, and I'm not going to encourage anyone else to do this, but I haven't shopped on Amazon or used any Amazon product other than Twitch for over 2 years now because they haven't changed their policies, and it's
Well,
dumb.
I feel like a horrible person because Amazon's the only way I buy shit.
But for some people, it's like the only way that they can get stuff.
I don't trust AliExpress.
And my parents can't do anything but online shopping. It's the only option they have.
Okay.
And I don't trust AliExpress.
But here's
Yeah,
my
I'm with you there.
distraction. Here's my distraction for you. I made a honeycomb out of glue.
Of glue?
Look at this glue honeycomb.
I wanna put it in dice.
Adorable.
This is the. I used one of these.
I want to put it in a set of dice. I want to paint that gold and put it in a set of dice,
Do it.
like a little bumblebee.
Well, I finally got
Um,
my result.
Would be a great day. to
What'd you get,
roll
AJ?
these.
Bruja.
Through Brujas? What the
We're all
fuck?
Brujas?
We're all chaos. We should have expected this.
That or I don't get it because I'm like, just leave me the fuck alone. There's nothing available for me. I hope I have friends that see me as like kind of the just laid back, quiet type.
Swear to God, if I'm the only gangrel surrounded by Bruja, I'm gonna kill myself. For legal reasons, that is a joke.
And also, if you're a vampire, like,
Well, I got something new.
What did you get,
Hikata.
Nate?
You belong with the Hikata.
The what?
oh, BRB.
Hikata.
Let me see if they're in the book. I have the book here with me. I think it's like one of the new or updated clans.
Possibly. A motley collection of the necromantic vampire bloodlines, the Hikata clan, are united in the pursuit of a single subject, death. They are students of the afterlife and resurrections of the dead, or worse, selling their services to highest bidder, basically it makes them a necromancer. That tracks. Yeah. Shady necromancer. Everyone needs a shady necromancer friend.
Actually, speaking of the whole Vampire the Masquerade, I will be trying the new demo for the Blood Hunt that they're gonna be putting out.
Nice. Alright, Hikata. Yeah, that has to be a new clan. That's probably in one of the DLC books that they've released, because it's not in the core book.
What was it called?
Hikata is one of the clans.
HEC.
Like
Hey.
Hecate, but with an A
Hecate.
instead of an E at the end.
Hold on, I got the book. Be right back.
I have the book too. It's not in here. I literally have it.
He's been succumbed to the blurry void.
I almost done with yours, Nikitsune.
I'm on 17, so yeah, I think I'm almost
Yeah, you were
done.
getting close to the end.
You forget.
I
And more
have
than just one book.
Oh, you have more than one. Okay.
I could drink too much.
I just have this one.
Yeah, no, I have the Core, I have the Camarilla, I have the Anarch, and Cult of the Blood Gods.
It might be the Blood Gods one. Because it doesn't sound like something from the Camarilla or the Anarch. Because Camarilla and Anarch sects kind of contain most of the same clans.
Bana Hakim, Thin Blood, Sabbath, Bruja, Gangrel, Anarch. Let's see. Ashfingers.
I finally started watching LA by Night as well.
Ooh.
Jasper is my favorite. Jasper is precious boy who needs to be protected.
Okay, mine finished.
You finished? What'd you get?
I'm assuming it's Ventrude.
Ventru.
True.
Ventru.
Of course Kitsune would get Ventru.
Yeah, apparently it's the Borgias.
It's the bourgeoisie, the politicians.
I'm gonna shock her to another Hades joke.
Following my ridiculous chain of thought here. So I was looking on the Vampire the Masquerade site, which said that they have video games. So I opened up Steam to look at it, which led me to Baldur's Gate 3 saying there's an update required. Of 45 gigs.
Oh my god.
Sorry, 49.5.
Yikes.
Yep, Hecata.
It's a Skyrim mod. You're gonna start the game, it's supposed to be Skyrim.
Which book is Hikata in?
Hecata's in the Cult of the Blood Gods.
Yeah, I figured it was in that one.
Can I just say, I read about a mod it's called No Skyrim, and what it does is when you go to play the game, it's just like, nope. I kind of need that.
I discovered last night there was a
Jerome bad.
mod-
He's already annoyed that I won't stop playing it.
I learned last night that there is a mod for Skyrim that turns the entire game into RuneScape graphics, and I'm like,
Oh
why?
my god.
Why would you hate yourself that much?
It's not actually a mob, but there's a particular channel on YouTube I love called the Spiffing Brit. He's, I think, now currently a member of the Yogscast and stuff. He makes videos about exploits and such in games like Skyrim and stuff and all that stuff. And he discovered a way to turn the spell Flame Cloak into a nuke. Essentially, he uses this a particularly well-known exploit to make potions super duper powerful. And what it does to Flame Cloak is not only does it increase its power, it increases its range. So you walk into a dungeon, pop one of these potions, use Flame Cloak, and it incinerates everything in the fucking dungeon. Everything just dies. Because it does, quadrillion % additional damage and range. So the whole place just...
Thank you, Magic Podcasters, for the raid. I promise we're gonna get started on our game fairly soon. We haven't started yet. I kind of bullied all my friends into taking the Vampire the Masquerade quiz to see what clans they're in. And we came up with these results. I'm a gangrel. Brian, who plays Anodyne, he is Bruja. Nate, who plays Talos, is Hekata. AJ, who plays Ace, is Bruja as well. Sarah, who plays Tahiri, is Bruja. And then Kitsune, who plays Ren, is Ventru. So, if we ever do a Vampire the Masquerade game, we know what our clans are.
Three well-dressed people, a gremlin, an aristocrat, and a necromancer. That sounds like a grand old time.
And then 3 anarchists. So
I'm just here for the fashion.
that's Toreador.
Eat the rich, then just, give me their wardrobe. That's all I care
Okay,
about.
that does sound more Ventru at that point. Alright, so we need to get into tonight's game because we only have a couple hours to play, I think.
Yes.
Yep. We only got a couple hours to play. So, we left off with you guys entering the city of Neverwinter, making your way up to the city of Thundertree. Oh, the abandoned city of Thundertree, so you guys could retrieve an item that was gifted to you by one of the women you had saved in the city of Phandelver. She had no other means of paying you guys for saving her and her family, so she let you know that there was a heirloom that belonged to her family beneath her old home in Thundertree, that if you guys can find it, it's yours as your payment. But before you headed up there, you decided to take on the quest of taking care of an orc raiding party that has been raiding travelers and shopkeepers heading up the high road and the Tribord Trail. You were able to wipe out the party. Ace collected ears from the orcs to present as proof to Harbin Wester, the town master of Phandelver, so that when you guys go to retrieve your payment when you return to town, you have proof that you slayed the orcs. On your way leaving the hideout in Wyvern Tor, you got attacked by several surviving members of the party who came back to find their raiding party dead. And you endured all those encounters, luckily, and decided instead of going back to Phandelver right away to get your reward, you were going to go ahead and pop up to Thundertree to go find that heirloom. And you decide you're going to get your reward from Harbin Wester when you get back into town. Along the way, down the Tribord Trail and up the high road, you encountered some orcs. A mysterious trumpet sound continued to play from the Neverwinter Wood. Ren almost died investigating that sound because it turns out a sentient squirrel was playing a little trumpet that doubled as a handgun. Weird shit happens in the Neverwinter Wood.
Wonder where that came from.
Wonder where that came from. If anyone watches Humblewood Heroes of Humble Origin, you would know that the squirrel in question is my character Zinzi's, who somehow, in her dreams in Humblewood, astrally projected to Faerun.
And if you don't watch it, what is wrong with you? It's all on YouTube.
It is all on YouTube. Everything is on YouTube. Alright. You guys made your way up the high road towards Neverwinter. Along the way, Anodyne managed to befriend some bees in the woods to gain some honey to try to bake a pie for the party that he unfortunately burned. But he was able to save some of the honey, so that's a good thing. And continuing up the road, you came across a very out-of-place merchant named Hazim, who was making his way down from Neverwinter with his camel. Anodyne recognized him from his market stall up in Waterdeep. And if anyone asks, yes, this was me trying to impersonate Robin Williams as his shopkeeper character from the beginning of Aladdin. Hazim let you guys know after he sold you guys some Tupperware that he is making his way down to Phandelver to set up a little shop. So when you guys make your way back down there, you will see him and his camel around the town, selling Tupperware. You guys finally made your way into the city of Neverwinter, passing through the slums, of the, peasant. I can't remember exactly what the name of the district was, but it was literally, like, called a poor district on the map. There, Rin and Tahiri decided to stick around, and do just some perusing around. Tahiri tried to get into the network of the local street kids, but it turns out the kids she interacted with weren't a part of any network. They just kind of kept to themselves. But she gave them some money. God damn it, badass Bradley. We just gotta hydrate the channel.
This is water.
That is not water.
They are lying.
You are lying.
Damn, Jesus did it again.
I am too tired to force you to go get water at the moment, so drink water after the game.
No.
Don't make me text the rogue and have him check in on you and make sure you drink water. 'Cause I will find a way to contact him.
I'm just picturing him in the background with like a super soaker.
Yes, I will buy him a super soaker.
Don't tempt him. No.
I will send him a super soaker.
Sorry, so you cut out. All I heard was tempt him? Tempt him?
Tempt him.
No.
Everyone else heard tempt him, right?
Yes, I heard tempt him too.
Okay.
Alright, so while Rin and Tahiri stayed towards the more poorer districts of the city, Talos, Ace, and Anodyne made their way up towards the marketplace, more around the more arcane districts, and came across a weapons shop called the Sphinx's Blades, owned by a dwarf named Ugman, where Talos done fucking did it again with not paying for anything and getting items. He managed to not get the Holy Avenger, though, because that item was not for sale, but he managed to walk out with 2 javelins of lightning and
A mace of smiting.
a mace of smiting.
With money left over in store credits
Mhm.
for other people to do stuff with.
Hold the fuck up. I know it's in here somewhere. Well, shit. They fucking changed the items on me. What the fuck? Oh well, we'll say he has some new stock in now. This is fine. Ace and Anodyne have not gotten their chance to shop around the shop yet. So I think when we last left off in Tahiri and Ren, and we were gonna bounce back to Anodyne and Ace with their shopping. So that's where we're gonna start now. I think it was Anodyne we were gonna start with first. If you would like that, you guys are still inside the Sphinx's Blade. Ugman has just finished his, I hear myself on somebody's speakers. Okay, that was weird. I literally heard myself. So he's finished up his shop, whatever his dealings with Talos, and you're at the counter too, Anodyne, because you used a potion of invisibility to help barter for the 2 javelins of lightning and the mace. So he'll look to you and he says, "Can I get you anything?"
You wouldn't happen to have any boots that allow me to fly, do you? I think they're called winged boots.
This is more of an armory, son. We have magic items, but we don't have wondrous sort of items that you're looking for. You might want to check in one of the more arcane shops down the road.
All right. Well, let me look around. You sure you don't want to sell that? What did you call it? A magic avenger?
Holy Avenger. That belonged to my dear friend who passed away.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's not for sale. I just keep it up there to honor his memory.
I respect that. All right, well, let me keep looking around. And I will. Is it just the 2 of us in the store?
I think Talos is still in there with you guys. So it's you, Ace, and Talos.
Okay. Did Ace get anything yet?
On my list, it looks like I got a weapon. I got Longbow of Warning, but if
he did purchase the longbow. I think you did or were about to purchase the Longbow of Warning. I think you did purchase it though.
I did purchase it.
Yep.
I pretty sure I did.
Yep.
Let me just make sure.
I think you did purchase it. It was like 100 gold.
Okay. Yeah, I know I purchased it. It's just I don't remember if I removed the currency on my list or not.
All right. Too bad they don't give you like logs on D&D Beyond with like history of like you've added this item or you removed this much currency. That would be really cool for them to add.
That would be a nice addition.
I mean, they just added the backpack option. Which means
cool.
They might now have the option of putting stuff into bags of holding.
Yeah, if you have
They do.
Holding,
Sorry, the moment you have a bag of holding as something in your inventory, it offers a second tab to add things directly into that bag.
That is honestly so helpful now because it helps with the weight encumbrance option.
Yes.
Because before you could have a bag of holding, but if you had so much stuff in your inventory, it said you were overweight. But now that they have the bag of holding and can utilize it, you're no longer carrying so much shit. You're only carrying 15 pounds.
Yeah,
which is still a lot, but...
I think the only person who has a bag of holding out of this party is Tahiri.
Yeah.
Flash Laura
and
Ashley.
she has very questionable items in there.
Shit.
She's very questionable items. Had very questionable items in that bag. Spoiler alert for the chat, she carried a dead body in there.
I have other things that are also questionable. I also had to get rid of my 29 bananas.
And
that's the thing that disappoints you, not the dead corpse.
That just got ooey and gooey. I still have my beaver pelts, though.
I don't even want to know what those things are soaked in.
One of them is soaked in blood because I use it as a towel.
Oh, it's probably rotting now. I'm hearing myself again. What the fuck?
I think that's
It's
on
probably
Sarah's
the
end.
computer. My computer's lagging.
Okay.
Do you have a staff of the woodlands handy? Or a bâton de forêt?
You want to say that in common, please?
Oh, yeah. The staff of the woodlands.
I don't think I've got any sort of staff in my inventory. And so you guys know, I'm going off to the new inventory that popped up.
Yeah.
So if it's not on here, he doesn't have it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Is there a way to
Yay.
see that list of inventory?
Do you want to roll an investigation check to see what you see?
Sure. I just cleaned my room a little bit, so I have to go find some dice. Give me one second.
Wait, investigation.
I have to make an investigation for this investigation.
Yep.
Ooh, I would like to roll for this too, see if there's been
Roll an
anything new.
investigation check to see what you see around the store.
Okay, I got a 14.
14. I'll say that passes.
Your dice, don't let me down. You let me down.
What did you get, Brian?
I don't want to talk about it.
You get a 1.
Oh. Okay, you still see some stuff, but you don't see as much as Ace does. So Brian, roll me a d6. And AJ, roll me a d10.
6.
Alright. Anodyne, you see an ornate looking net. And Ace got a 10?
Yep, I maxed out.
Alright, you see a sling. Kind of like the David and Goliath story, the rock sling that David used.
Okay.
Very nicely crafted.
This is an interesting net.
Oh,
What
yeah,
does-
that thing? It's gotta... I mean, if you're into that sort of thing, that net does have some magical properties to it.
Could you extrapolate?
Okay, so... Off table talk, what you have found is a +1 net.
Okay. I don't think this is for me. And I don't think having a net around with Tahiri would be a good thing.
No.
We should probably... Can you hide this? Can you just make sure that if our little tiny person doesn't... We don't... No. That's the last thing they need.
I mean, I switch my stock out pretty often, so I think by the time she gets here, it'll be gone.
Okay.
And you guys realize that the moment y'all had it, because of how the site refreshed itself, the stock is completely different from when you entered.
Oh, I see what you mean.
That was fast.
It's something about this building. Like, all my items stay in the building, but they like to switch themselves out.
I heard about this castle where the stairs move, so it's kind of a similar...
Yeah.
Has
There's that
kind of its own-
weird wizard school they got down south.
Yes. It's called
Hagwarts, I think.
Big Freckle.
Pig Freckles. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. God fucking damn it. I can't believe I came into that. That is now canon in this universe. Okay. Alright. Ace, would you like to take a closer look at the sling?
Just out of curiosity, sure.
Alright. Off table knowledge again. This is a +2 sling. It's based on rarity, it's considered a rare item, so it's going to be a little more expensive. And I actually have all my fucking books out, so I can go grab my Dungeon Master manual if I need it.
Yay.
Yeah, no, I think it's just not Ace's style, but he would probably be asking the shopkeep if there's any swords available.
I think some stuff got switched around. He looks around. I see a couple out there on the floor, like right next to you. and you look next to you, and there is this really nice longsword. And off-table knowledge, it is a +2 longsword.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm interested in that.
All right, let me go grab my DM's guide real quick.
Oh, you can just deduct it from the tab.
Let's see how much it is first.
Sober and done.
I don't know what that was.
Ugh. Ow, my back hurts a lot. Look up item rarity again real quick. What's this? A DM always knowing how much their shit costs? That doesn't sound real.
Sources.
Rare. Okay. Let's roll. D100. See just how rare this sword is. Given the other description that they gave me this weapon on Donjon, it feels like it should be on the rare side. You're lucky. It's not that common. I mean, it's more common than not. Yeah, that sword there. Run you about 530. Because off table rare items, the lowest price for them is 500.
Do you think you need it?
Well, I can definitely say the one I currently have is kind of getting pretty beat.
All right.
He'll take a glance at the sword that you either have on your back or your shoulder. It's just like, pretty beat is putting it nicely, son.
Just a general longsword.
We'll take it.
That'll be 530 gold.
How much do I have left on my tab?
I, as a DM, did not take note of that.
I think it was 1,200.
I think it was at least around 12 or 1,300 gold left on it.
Yeah. We can just stick with 1,200. It's fine with me.
1,200, so...
I think I gave 200 to the shopkeep as
just a...
an token of good faith.
1,200. Alright, so marking off the sword, you'll have 670 credit left.
Cool.
Alright. And Ace, I'm gonna message you something real quick. A little fun flair that was added to this sword.
Good stuff. Sweet.
Oh, how much would you take the shield for?
What shield you looking to sell?
He'll turn around and he's got like 2 shields on his back. I have 2 of the same shield. They're like minimal wear and tear.
And what kind of shields are they again, Brian?
Minimal. I used one of them as a slip and slide.
Yeah, that's not the one I'm selling. So it's under inventory. It's a shield. As it's just the basic shield. But it's under the category shield, and then the subcategory
Shield.
shield.
You're making me pull out the player's handbook this time.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. It sells for 10 gold. Or it's
Yeah, I think that's what it's gonna sell for, honestly. Yeah, shield is... That's only gonna be 10 gold pieces.
that's all right.
And I mean, if you want me to take it off your hands, it'll be.
Eh.
I can give you 10.
Take some weight off my back.
All right,
That's my
he'll set 10 gold on the counter.
All right.
And he'll take the shield. Kind of just roll it on the ground into the back room. You hear a clatter in the back.
Ooh, does it do that thing that like it goes womp 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 womp?
Yeah, for the next half minute it does that. And there's just awkward silence in the shop. Is there anything else I can get the three of y'all today?
Meh. I'll come back. We have a couple more party members that might want something.
Alright.
And if your inventory changes, maybe I'll find something that suits me.
Alright. In that case, I hope the three of y'all have a good day. Unless there was anything else y'all wanted to buy.
Ace, Talos, you good?
I got my bow and I got my sword, so I think I'm pretty good.
Alright. With that, we're going to cut back over to the other district with Ren and Tahiri real quick. Let me pull up my map of Neverwinter again. Because I think you sent that to the Facebook group, right?
Which one?
Brian, you sent the map of Neverwinter to... Fuck me! God damn!
So.
Ass!
Let me see if I can find a better one online.
Yeah, if you want to just like message that to me directly, if you can find one.
Yeah, they were in the south east.
Yeah, southeast quadrant of the city. I know there's an inn over there that the street kids told Tahiri that they go to get their dinners. Because the owner of the inn is pretty nice and just gives the leftovers to the kids. So, Ren and Tahiri, what are you two up to while you're still in the slums district of the city?
Ren is mostly just following Tahiri, keeping an eye on her because she seems like she's on a mission, giving out gold to homeless kids.
She was. She did what she wanted to do. Now she's just like exploring in a very street kid kind of way. Like this was her life, and it's obvious.
I'm going to assume that Ren's keeping close to Roberta most, if possible. Just being like, yo, we're going to let her do her thing and hopefully it doesn't wind up with us losing her.
Never went to the Pac-Man. Sorry.
I think the most important question is, do I see anything that I would classify as interesting?
Oh, no.
I'm trying to get this generator thing to work, but it's not.
That question can have, like, too many implications.
What, interesting?
Yeah. Tahiri's definition of interesting can be terrifying.
I don't know what you mean. She's also going to take a couple of the posters that she made and put them on some walls.
I think you gladly do that. Some passerbys give you random looks as you're putting up the posters.
Have you heard the good
If
news?
there's anyone who seems to be staring at me for too long, I just use thaumaturgy and make my eyes go completely black as I just stare at them with a smile.
One guy shits his pants and walks away very quickly.
Sure, let's
just
call up.
I just go back to putting up the poster.
Sure, let's
Ren and
call up the dumb
Roberta are just-
guard.
Ren and Roberta watch that with just like, huh. Hopefully she doesn't do that to us anytime soon.
Shouldn't be so nosy.
Tahiri, how many of these posters do you plan on hanging up tonight?
I only have like 30. So 5.
Okay. Do you expect anyone to actually take advantage of them, or is this more of a
I'm gonna
Like-
get so many followers in this town. It's a big city.
that's what I'm afraid of.
Ren, you take a glance back at one of the posters that was put up a ways away. You see a couple of people pause to look at it, but then just continue walking.
I know.
Ben lets out a little sigh of relief, like, oh, thank God.
This is the most enthusiastic, happy-go-lucky cult.
Ren is not going to stifle Tahiri's creativity, but the same token, if a divine intervention says no, he won't be opposed.
He's waiting for the gods to be like, we need this to stop. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, she somehow convinced Robin Williams to join her cult, so.
That's enough for her today.
One follower.
In Ren's mind, that is very much enough because of all the magic bullshit he just witnessed. He's like, last thing Tahiri needs is more of that.
Nobody questioned how Hazim was able to just poof everything in and out of existence.
Except for Ren. Ren had a lot of
She
questions.
didn't question it. She just loved it. You must join my church. Church.
Tahiri, why'd you give those kids the money back there anyway? Besides the whole they're poor, or is that really it?
I mean, they needed it. And I have a lot.
You really do have a lot. How do you have so much? I've been with you for a while. How do you have more than the rest of us? That's not an answer I'm looking for.
She just skips away.
Roberto, when we're sleeping, Tahiri doesn't do anything nefarious, does she? I feel like if you knew, you wouldn't tell me anyway.
He just tilts
Remind
his
me to
head
get
at you in the like cute way that dogs do, but it's a fucking wolf.
Ren's just gonna make a mental note to get Roberto a treat later and be like, okay, I'm gonna bribe you to some degree.
I just imagine that Roberto does that like chomp bark that some dogs do when they're interested in something, where they just go, where they're not quite barking, but you just hear the slamming of their teeth.
Mm-hmm.
He follows after the skipping menace and just hopes that nothing bad happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
You convinced a djinn to join your cult. At the moment, Menace is being nice.
Okay, I think I could think of a random encounter. You guys continue your way, and you hear a feminine voice off the side of the road. Come, darlings, come get your fortune today.
Is it a hedgehog?
It is not a hedgehog.
Perks,
Okay.
fuck up.
Tahiri, you look down the road and you see a beautifully dressed tiefling woman. She's got teal skin, amber hair, and her horns are interesting because she's got a few protruding out of her forehead, and then the ones that, you know, curve back, but they kind of circle around. And they go from blue to gold tipped, almost as if she has her own crown. But the most striking feature about her are her completely blank, whitish blue eyes. She has no pupils, no irises. But she looks up to you, and she gives you a smile. Well, hi there, sweet pea. Would you like to get a tarot reading done today? Well, sit right down, sugar. Let's get this done.
I will sit at the table.
Mm-hmm.
Not that it matters in any capacity. This is just for Ren's like mental. How tall is the tiefling compared to Tahiri?
Oh my god, I am so
she's
tiny.
She looks like she's probably around 5'6".
Okay, so okay.
I am 2'11".
Just had to make sure for a minute. I'm just picturing Tahiri going, oh.
And Ren, you see the same woman, bluish teal skin tiefling. The way her horns protrude out of her head almost looks like a crown, and it's like she has the tips of them gilded in gold. And she's wearing lavish, beautifully colored clothes with this purple and bluish sort of overcoat that has like diamond patches in it. Think of like Howl's Moving Castle.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna like watch this. Like, go up behind Tahiri and watch, but be very observant.
Yeah.
Mostly out of curiosity, because the fact that the eyes are very like, okay, that's usually blindness, but they seem to know exactly where Tahiri is.
Alrighty, I must ask, Sugar, is this your first fortune reading?
This is my first what?
Is this your first tarot reading, darling?
Oh, yeah.
Ah, well, first one is always
there
on
were
the
a lot.
house.
Is this one of the chairs that you can spin in, or is it just a solid chair?
It's a solid little stool.
Okay, she somehow managed to like pivot back and forth on it, and she's like, I mean, there were a lot of people in the old city who used to do it, but usually what they'd be is like, get the fuck away from my stand. And then I just kind of had to run away because they were throwing rocks and shit, and it was weird.
Well, that does sound weird, honey bun. Okay, well, first reading is always on the house. So, do you have any particular sort of reading you want done?
So me and my buddies, we were on kind of a mission. We're supposed to be finding someone who was kidnapped by some goblins or something, but then we also have to find something that somebody buried underneath the house, and then we got to turn in a whole bunch of ears. And she just starts rambling. And I guess I want to know that we're going to be successful in at least one of these things, but I don't really know if we're going to be, because this is a weird group.
Oh, it sounds like you keep interesting company. And she'll glance up to Ren, and she assumes that you're with Tahiri.
I apologize for her enthusiasm.
Oh, there's no need to apologize, Sugar. No need
I
to
don't know what
apologize
that
at
means.
all. Alright, and I've got my tarot book out here because I'm trying to decide like what cards she would draw instead of actually drawing cards, because my tarot decks can be really mean.
That's what Tahiri needs now.
Brutal honesty.
Yeah.
From a deck of cards.
I can go grab my deck if you want me to.
I leave that up to you.
That's a lot of power you're giving a DM.
Yeah. Okay, I guess we're fucking doing this. Let's see what the cards actually say.
Yes!
While the DM gets cards, you at home can take a gamble. How well the cards will favor Tahiri.
Poorly. I mean, well.
I'm calling it now. There's gonna be one card that's gonna like foretell like doom and gloom.
I still haven't used my Weaver Tarot cards yet that I specifically got for Humblewood, because they're too pretty. I don't want to touch them because they're like, oh.
Learn telepathy.
So I'm using my Ethereal Visions deck.
I just need I need velvet gloves to do readings with them.
Yeah.
I like that word too much. Ethereal.
Yeah. This is
My
a
card.
really pretty deck too. I mean, like, look at the backs.
Ooh.
And then it's got gold foil on it.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
My cards are currently stored away.
I need to get back into tarot readings, honestly. I used to do like one for myself once a month.
I'm literally that TikTok sound. I don't know what that means, but I like it.
I haven't a clue what's going on here, but I'll
Act like I do.
What can I say? Tarot has pretty art. I have no fucking clue what's going on, but I like the art.
It's pretty art. The art distracts you from getting your heart ripped out.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly.
Basically.
The cards can tell me the worst fortune, but like, well, the cards are pretty, so it must be good.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, everyone who understands the cards like, oh, you poor bastard.
Tahiri, you watch as this woman starts shuffling a deck of really beautiful cards. You're only able to see the tops, but basically it looks like the deck that I have. So, do you like watch her intently as she shuffles, or?
Oh, I think she is just like so enthralled that she has not looked up from the deck in her hands.
Alright, so you mind repeating me again what exactly it is you're looking for, dearie?
I think the best way to ask is, are we gonna be successful?
Well, let's see. Seems the Three of Cups is the first one to pop up. And the Suit of Cups delves into emotional state relationships. Upright position, let's see here. Let me look up the meaning. I might have to make up meanings to go along with like the story,
The
but I
character,
want to
that's
see.
fine.
And what was the question again?
Are we going to be successful in our endeavors?
Well, Three of Cups has always signified something to celebrate, so way I see it, seems like you guys will be successful. Anything else you wish to ask me, dear?
Looks over at Ren. What would you like to know?
Ren eventually just stares down at her like, wait,
Ren's on the spotlight.
Yeah, Ren is like, I have dealt with enough with magic stuff. You're asking me to engage with it? Oh, okay. Will Tahiri's personal quest meet a positive end?
In other words, should you run away screaming?
No, more like, how long am I going to be safe with this little
Lunatic?
deviant?
Oh my god, Sarah, I'm so sorry.
Oh no.
No, I have plans. I have plans for. I have give it to me, okay?
Alright, so in this deck, it has two extra major arcana cards, the Well and the Artist. I pulled the Well, but I pulled it reversed. And its meaning is destruction, endings, cold, and stagnant. So, the woman pulls the card, she sets it down, and she ponders for a moment, and she has this kind of somber look on her face.
And Tahiri still like her like cheerful.
She'll
happy
look
self.
to Ren. I get the feeling this little one here is probably going to do something not so pleasant.
This is so cool.
Ren
Wait,
just
what does that
glances
mean?
down in surprise.
Hey, what does that mean?
It means you may have to give Ace his helmet back.
No, it's mine.
I said may. It's not fully determined yet.
I don't want.
She takes the two cards and she shuffles them back into the deck. You have any more questions, or would you like a more past, present, future reading? And just let you know, the cards don't know everything, but they can help uncover some truths about yourself you don't know quite yet.
Hey, Tahiri, why don't you ask the cards about your future on the personal level?
Why What do you mean?
Well, you're trying to do things for your god. You're trying to do stuff for the quest. Why don't you see things about you, not how you do things for others?
She just kind of looks at you really confused and just goes, I don't know what you mean. Like hops off the stool. Thank you.
You're welcome, Sugar.
I'm Tahiri.
Nice to meet you, Tahiri. My name's Belladonna.
Nice to meet
You
you.
call me Belladonna, or Belle, or Donna, or even Donnie sometimes if you're feeling comfortable.
Belladonna mushrooms. Please.
Belladonna will look to you, Rin. Do you have any other readings you want done, Sugar?
Not that I can think of. I appreciate it though.
Oh, it was my pleasure.
I also appreciate you being so kind to Tahiri. She's interesting to new people.
She's already like off and like found a bug. And she's like doing the thing that people do with ants where she like draws a circle around it to see if it tries to escape.
Well, I meet all sorts of interesting characters that pass through here in Neverwinter.
Yeah, you're the first one I think recently that's not reacted in a negative way to Tahiri's. He gestures towards her.
Shenanigans.
Well, as someone who's had people
Just
react,
pointed to all of me.
and Belladonna just smiles. She's like, well, as someone who's had negative reactions towards her entire life, I can understand where she comes from. And she just gestures to her entire self, because something you would know, Ren, is that tieflings are not looked well upon in most of Faerun.
Yeah, of course not.
There's a stigma around them. But it's weird, because most tieflings you've heard of are said to be more demonic looking and be like deeper shades of red. This is the first tiefling you've met who is not red. And she does not look like she's like a demon goat of sorts. She has more humanoid features. The only things that really point out that she is a tiefling are the horns, obviously skin color and eyes, and the tail. Other than that, if she didn't have any of those, she would pass as a regular human.
I don't know, would this be insight or perception to know if she's fully tiefling?
I'd see insight.
Okay, can I do that?
Yeah, go ahead and roll an insight.
Nat 20.
Hey!
With a plus 0 to the skill.
She does seem fully tiefling. However, there's a sort of variance to her. So while she is a full-blooded tiefling, she's like one of those special species of tiefling that do not take on the common traits of the species.
Ren's just gonna like consider what she said and just ask, did you receive it from humans or from both aspects?
Well, I got the feeling you often receive both aspects from both your parents, isn't that true?
That's why I asked. I have a feeling that we have a similar background.
Well, are you two gonna be staying in Neverwinter long?
At least for the day. We have 3 other friends who are off shopping. We have, as Tahiri mentioned, quite a few things to be doing. And it's kind of becoming a laundry list of how to get it all done at once.
Well, is there any specific deadline you're supposed to meet?
The only deadline per se is finding our friend taken by the goblins, and the deadline is mostly his well-being.
Goblins, you say?
Yes, he'll tell her like the gist of what who we're looking for and the why. Not giving away everything because obviously like he doesn't want to. And he'll mention that the information we gained from Glassstaff and all those guys was kind of hinting to a few locations.
roll something.
Aye.
Let's see if she would have any sort of knowledge real quick.
Yeah.
Even though she's an NPC I pulled right out of my ass.
That's the best kind.
And she could have some scrying.
She knows some things. And she goes, You wouldn't be referring to that infamous Cragmaw Castle that's out in the woods, would you?
Did you use your reading to determine that?
No, I've just heard hearsay about it from passerbys in town. You believe that's where your friend was taken?
That's where everything's pointing.
Well, I personally do not know exactly where that castle would be, so I apologize for that. However, I do believe that the goblins who guard the castle are known to patrol up and down the Tribord Trail. If you're able to come across one of them, they might be able to give you the location.
I appreciate your help. And Ren bows to her a little bit. He will also, let's see. How much do I have?
As soon as you reach for any sort of coin purse, Belladonna just shakes her head. Oh, no need to pay me for that sort of information, honey.
It wasn't for the, well, it was partly for the information. It was also, honestly, I think for making Tahiri's day. She's kind of had a bit of a rough go, and it's nice seeing someone actually lift her spirits in a non-weird way.
Belladonna will glance over to Tahiri, who's probably still playing in the dirt, and she just goes, I get
it to spin in circles.
I get the feeling there's a lot that little one is masking underneath all that cheerfulness, so please do keep an eye on her.
With her, it's a full-time gig. I think she's watched over by her god, but that's what scares me sometimes.
Oh, what's so scary about her god, then?
I've never heard of it until I met her. One of our companions has never heard of it either, which makes me a little wary.
Well, just because you never heard of it before doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
I'll give you that. Hold on. Just tempting fate here.
But do you think this is Gritty in disguise?
No, yeah, I could go with it. Ren's gonna describe to Belladonna what Tahiri has mentioned about their god, like saying, "Have you ever heard of it?" Just giving like the general things we've heard from Tahiri about Gritty,
1 second, I gotta pull up.
or the things we've seen.
I gotta pull up something real quick for her to roll an intelligence check or a religion check.
Also, while this is happening, it should be noted, Ren is doing his best not to look her in the eye, but he keeps...
yeah, because her eyes are so weird looking.
Actually, it's not for that reason. He's shy around her.
Oh...
He doesn't like humans or elves, but he finds tieflings relatively intriguing.
She's gonna roll an inside check on that first. I rolled 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13? Are you gonna try to roll a sort of deception check?
Oh, I probably should. Just because I actually have a skill in that. Ren is dumb as a rock.
What did you roll for deception?
A nat 1 + 2.
So you try to subtly not look her in the eye, but it's very obvious. And she picks up on it very quickly, but she just smiles at you. And let me do her religion check. Okay, 18. She goes, Orange fur creature wears a hockey helmet, you said?
That's what Tahiri called it.
Hockey helmet and some weird frock with numbers on it. I don't believe I've ever heard of a god like that. However, if she's any sort of magic user like I am, it's probably a patron.
Ren's eyes are kind of going to bulge out and then stare at Tahiri across the way and be like, patron, you say? He's not going to say it loudly for her to hear, but just to be like, huh, that's intriguing.
Sometimes patrons are referred to as sort of lesser gods, too. They're not up there on the main pantheon that paladins or clerics would follow, but they pick up a warlock or two. She doesn't seem like the warlock type to me.
You should see her when she's angry.
That might be quite the sight to see. Well, I'm sorry if that doesn't answer questions that you had or bring you any comfort.
No, but it'll help me if anyone else tries to ask anything about her.
And
She
like
seems happy with her choices, so as long as no one tries to take it away from her.
That's true. Like I said, do try to keep an eye on her. Just from that reading alone, I worry about her.
So do the rest of us.
Well, I get the feeling she's in good hands with your group.
Well, one of us better hands. He seems to be physically capable of restraining her. Then again, he's metal.
Oh, is that tall metal gentleman I saw walking through earlier?
The very same.
Haven't seen much of his kind around here. Then again, it's always new folks passing through Neverwinter.
Ren's gonna slowly turn and just bow and be like, I don't mean to keep you any more than we have. I appreciate what you've said. I do think we should find our friends, though, because if our luck has proven to be anything, what we said about the castle may be best if we investigate sooner than later.
Yeah, especially if your friend is being held captive there.
Yes.
There's no telling what those creatures would be doing up in that castle.
Well, if we find him, I'll be sure to come back and thank you for what you've given us.
Well, I'll be here at my stall, sugar.
He bows again and slowly whips around and takes very large steps towards Tahiri, muttering, "Come on, let's go."
Once a day I found a beetle, and I'm making the beetle go in circles.
You're watching as Tahiri is causing this poor little pill beetle, like a roly-poly, to just go in circles.
Do I have it?
I half expect him to just come up and flick it and go, it's gone now, let's go.
More like, it was more like, do I have something to throw it in so she can keep it? He doesn't have anything to throw it in. This is something I would never do, but screw it. He reaches down, scoops the beetle up in his hand, and says, "Come on, Tahiri, let's go find the others."
I shall name him Harold.
Ren's just gonna look at Roberto. We are really gonna drink later tonight, I think.
I will add Harold the beetle to my inventory.
Oh my god.
You do that? Alright, we are an hour in, so I say let's go ahead and take a quick break. Grab some water, some food, get up and stretch a little bit, and then when we will pop back towards Anodyne, Talos, and Ace if you guys want to explore any other shops in the Arcane District before you eventually meet up with Ren and Tahiri and decide your plans of heading out of town, if you're going to follow alongside the river or find any other sort of path towards Thunder Tree. Alright, with that, I'm going to run a quick 1-minute ad, and we will be back.
Some dark foreboding in the future for the little one.
I don't know what you mean. I picked only positive vibes out of that. all I was able to determine from that.
That would be Tahiri saying that.
That's 100% Tahiri saying that. That is not Sarah.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, wow. My poor naive bean.
Damn, my cards were so fucking mean with the Tahiri's future. Like, shit.
Like, we don't see anything positive happening.
Fuck. Always gotta be careful bringing tarot cards into a D&D game because sometimes they play the part too well.
And honestly, I'm interested to see how that will happen by the end of this game. And into the next adventure.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's gonna be a fun sword to deal with. I'm gonna have fun with that thing.
I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back, guys.
Definitely not a menace, huh? When did you change that name? To definitely not a menace.
A few seconds ago.
Oh, because my that was not like that when I left. Also, when Ren calls Tahiri a menace, it's more like Dennis the Menace. Or Bart. Sarah, did you see the TikTok recently of someone morphing Tom Hiddleston and Luke Evans together to make a new Loki? Someone morphed a picture of Luke Evans and Tom Hiddleston to make a different version of Loki.
Oh my god, I saw it. It was amazing.
That is a better look than I expected it to be.
Right?
I kind of want Luke Evans to be a Loki variant now. And I want him to be very Gaston-like.
Wait, Luke Evans or Luke Wilson?
Luke Evans.
Oh.
They specifically took photos of him as Gaston, morphed it with Tom Hiddleston's Loki to come up with a new Loki image. And I kind of want that as a variant.
Apparently, the Renaissance fairs have been just overrun with Loki cosplayers and it's all like different variants. It's like the number of people wearing like crocodile onesies and horns. It's fucking amazing.
Someone I know actually said they went expecting someone they go with to be in Starfleet uniform. No, they showed up as him, as Loki, screaming "Nothing matters," pretty much doing the whole apocalypse thing that I can do whatever I want because it doesn't matter.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Also, are you supposed to be getting storms tomorrow like we are? Sarah?
I think so.
Okay, so it's not just where I am. It must be from the lovely storm.
I think it's just the East Coast.
Yeah. 'Cause I just got the alert saying thunderstorm warning for all day tomorrow. I'm like, oh, you're giving it to me 12 hours ahead of time. That's not foreboding.
Let me look. We started having some interesting storm clouds roll in tonight, so.
Yeah, so did I. Like, I want to say 6 or so. Went from like cloudy to someone's using Shenron black.
Thunderstorms tomorrow night and Tuesday night.
Okay, so then yeah, it's just probably the whole East Coast.
Tomorrow is humid with periods of clouds and sunshine. A thunderstorm in spots in the afternoon. Nighttime is supposed to be just cloudy. Thursday, humid sun and some clouds. Afternoon thunderstorm in spots. Rain on Tuesday night. And
Ew.
Wednesday, thick cloud cover with a couple of showers and thunderstorms from tropical rainstorm Ida. Watch for flooding.
I'm an Ida.
I find it so weird that's named Ida because for me, great grandmother was a 4'11" Russian Jewish woman. So it's just like I should be afraid, but you're like a foot shorter than me.
If there's ever a Peggy, I will know to be truly afraid.
Okay, I've been watching King of the Hill, so yeah, Peggy is scary.
Okay.
Peggy's my grandmother.
Ah,
Was my grandmother.
I'd say still is.
Nate, you okay? You've been quiet today.
Oh, how'd the interview thing go?
Oh yeah, it was just like, oh hey, you want to work here? Yeah. Oh, okay, cool. Here you're working.
Hey, nice.
Pretty much, it was mainly just checking my vibes, and my vibes checked out. So.
Oh, okay, well,
I don't
congrats.
start until like, oddly enough, on 9/11 is when I actually started. That's that particular Saturday, but it's like early in the day.
Yeah, still.
But I think I'm going to be picking up any hours that sort of pop up.
No, still congrats.
Going towards this week. Like if someone calls off for our store, they'll call me in because I'm like a mile from the store.
Oh, nice.
I'll be right back. I'm just going to change into sweatpants. I'm starting to get sensory issues.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm just waiting on my veggie nuggets to finish.
Nuggets.
My nugs.
Bring the dino nugs.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting Ren to start crushing on an NPC so soon.
No, it's one thing I like because I play all my characters as a variation of me. I have a trend. I don't know how to be attracted to either pagan witches or women who play tieflings in D&D. It's never intended. It's just one of those. Okay, I might as well just run with the goddamn trend. Like every girl I dated when they play D&D, their first character is always a tiefling, and I'm like, that needs to stop. I don't understand why that's always been. I don't look for it; it just happens.
My first character was a human, so I break the mold.
That implies we're dating.
Character afterwards was a tiefling, though.
My very first D&D character was a fucking minotaur. I went weird right out the gate.
After the long time I've known you, as of now through TikTok, that kind of makes a lot of sense. I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing. You were like, I could do something normal, or
I might bring him in one of these days for like Mitch had that idea for like a gladiatorial one shot. I might bring back Tahoon.
What was his name?
Tahoon.
I think you said Tahoe. I'm like, is he a Chevy?
No, Tahoon Skull Render. Can you imagine what he does for a living?
He's a librarian.
He's a gladiator.
He sounds like a librarian.
Yes, he's a librarian.
I feel like when he drinks, he goes very Eevee and goes, I am a librarian.
I am what I am. And what is that? A librarian.
And everyone's like, huh, a Minotaur librarian. Didn't see that coming. I saw a TikTok this morning. Yeah. Everyone says how long till the bard seduces the dragon. A true DM should play a game of how long till the dragon seduces the bard.
One of my favorite backstories for a character is my dragon born. Quite literally.
We're gonna make every game Shrek because the dragon's gonna hit on the bard. Oh, that reminds me. I have to tell you guys, I don't apologize for whatever Icarus does with the idea I gave them.
Why?
Scared.
Good idea.
Icarus asked me a question about Greek mythology. I answered, and they said I can apologize to all of you for what I did.
Don't appreciate whatever that was. Thanks.
All I can say is it has to do with the 5 rivers of the Underworld.
Thanks.
No.
I hate it.
I love it.
I was asked, I answered, I didn't know the context till afterwards.
What are the 5 rivers of the Underworld? I know Styx.
Styx is the river of oaths, and the one where Achilles took a bath, sans the ankle. I can't pronounce it, but I'm gonna butcher it. Cocytus is the river of
River. Oh fuck.
I mean, with a name like that, you gotta be. No,
Nia.
it's the Wailing River. It's for the souls who don't pay Charon to go across the river, or those who didn't get a proper burial. So they kind of just wander the shores, lamenting their death. There's Acheron, which is woe and misery. We see that in Disney's Hercules. It's all the essentially the banshee spirits that just make up the river. Mm-hmm. There's Lethe, which is the daughter of Eris. Take that how you want. It's the forgetful river. All the souls who enter the underworld have to drink from it to forget their earthly plane, existence. And then there is Phlegethon, which is the river of fire, where Christians got the idea of all hell being lake of fire, at least at Tartarus.
Oh. And Dante, with his damn infernos.
Funnily enough, that actually was ripped off of the Aeneid.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me.
Because in the Aeneid, Aeneas and Virgil go down that river. God, I hate that of all the mythologies, I had to pick the Greek, the most basic of bitches.
Actually, Greek has most modern stories are just echoes of...
That's what I'm saying. I had to be the basic bitch who chose the Greek mythology.
But Greek mythology is also a lot of echoes from, previous stories that sort of evolved and changed.
Yeah. The reason why it all echoes so much is because we kind of just ripped off the Babylonians and Mesopotamians.
Yep.
And the Romans stole from everybody.
The Romans literally just said, I like that. It's
mine now.
The only people to say no still had it stolen from them, and that was the Jews. We like this prophet. He's not ours. Oh, well, he's ours now. Wait, what? Oh, by the way, we're blaming you for his death. Wait, what?
I'm sorry?
Welcome back, everyone.
Did that religion just steal a noodle?
Are you implying that Jesus Christ is a noodle?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, hold on. I have to ask, what kind of noodle would Jesus be?
Fettuccine.
Egg noodle.
BuzzFeed, if you for some odd reason one of your employees watches this, please look at what type of noodle was Jesus Christ quiz?
10 noodles that Jesus Christ might have been.
Oh my god, it doesn't help that Rome's in Italy, so a pasta joke is sitting there.
Ravioli, maybe?
I mean, ravioli, you have to stab to get to the meaty bits, right?
Ravioli, give me
You
the
did
formoli.
not just... I'm telling Hannah you said...
Brain blink. Immediately.
No,
It's like,
nobody told Hannah.
I'm sorry!
Are you really sorry?
I mean, there's a whole other cheese
I'm
stuck in
really
ravioli.
exhausted now.
Just saying.
What I've noticed, and it's the
Playing
same rule
a
I have.
Southern Belle Tiefling took a lot out of me, but I wanted to give y'all an interaction.
The Southern Belle was a good touch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I'm
read it,
sorry,
read it.
I had Lottie from Princess and the Frog stuck in my head for the past 3 days. Literally,
This
this
is so
whole
neat.
line of, "You said later 2 hours ago." Travis, when a woman says later, she really means not ever. Now run along. There are plenty of young fillies dying for you to waltz them into a stupor. I've had that line stuck in my head.
You sure you weren't like a Southern Belle in your past life?
I mean, I was born in Tennessee, so.
I do
I have
declare.
no excuse.
I have
with
family in the Confederacy. I don't want to go
Southern
down that route.
I have way too much fun with my Southern Belle accent, and I don't have any excuse to have it.
Fiddly D, I watched Gone with the Wind 1 too many goddamn times.
I'm just gonna like distress a Northerner.
Distressed.
I believe it's called Yankee.
Down south in the land of traitors.
Rattlesnakes and alligators, run away. Away.
The amount of times my brother and I just like mumble that when we see something
I'm
stupid
sorry.
online.
The only reason I brought Red Dead was to hunt down the clan. That was the only reason I bought that game.
I am this close to buying it, and that's the main thing doing it for me is like just
Do
hunt the
it.
clan.
All of the TikToks of people being like, "Why do you play Red Dead?" It's like, "Because I can shoot a Nazi." What?
Oh, wait, I'm
I can
south
kill
of
the
the
clan.
land of
What?
traitors.
Why do you think I bought Wolfenstein? It wasn't for the plot.
Wolfenstein.
Okay, we've only got 20 or 30 minutes left. We need to get back into the game. Okay,
Yes.
so we cut back over to the Arcane District where Talos, Ace, and Anodyne are walking out of the Sphinx's Blade. What would y'all... Oh, excuse me. What would y'all like to do next?
Are we able to like do Ren or Tahiri find us?
I mean, if you guys wait around a little bit, because they're still in the middle of talking to,
Bella.
Belladonna
Hmm.
during this.
Yeah, I'll just wait.
Also, I completely missed it. My brain skipped out on a pretty supernatural joke when I heard her name. I'm like, I can't say it now. Can't be very rude. She seems like a very nice lady.
The North Star?
The poison. I'm sorry. David H. James, you're like, she seems like a very nice lady.
Ren would respect her regardless. But I mean, if they want to wait for Tahiri and Ren, I guess it's up to Tahiri what we do prior to that. If there's anything else we had to do.
No, you took my bug and started walking. I'm following you.
Okay, then if you guys want to wait for us, that's up to you two.
Yeah, wait around. Like,
Well, three.
Okay, so it turns out when you click the items on the generator, that's what causes it to switch. That's why Ugman's inventory kept changing so fucking much.
I'm just
So if
picturing
you
a
guys
store.
walk back into the store, it's gonna be completely new inventory.
I'm just picturing a store when you put something back on the shelf, everything shifts. It's like, yeah, don't touch, please.
Yeah, the only two things that will not have shifted are the Holy Avenger and the that dagger that was on the wall. I can't remember what it was. If it was like a dagger of venom or something. I think it was. It was too
think-
fucking expensive for y'all to buy.
Plot twist: if you touch the shopkeep, his
it was
clothing
like
changes.
in the
He
first,
touched the shopkeep, his clothes changed.
yeah, no. I think there was like two or three like cursed short swords of
Yeah.
terribleness. It's like oh yeah,
Yeah.
you
3
crazy.
short swords of vengeance that are locked up.
You don't want those.
know, and
Alright, so you guys do anything as you're standing outside of the Sphinx's blade?
How are we on potions? And on any idea?
I have one.
Tahiri appears out of nowhere.
Hello.
You see Ren is a couple steps behind her.
I have a healer's kit, but I don't have any potions.
Step closer to it. Fuck. So, Ren and Tahiri appear, scaring Ace, and Anodyne replies that he has a healer's kit but no potions.
Do that again.
In game.
Ren has his hand out. You can't see what's in his hand, but he has his hand out, like holding something. If you're asking about potions, I don't have any left. So why are we asking about potions?
I was thinking of grabbing some potions if we could find them.
Yeah.
We also have, so if you were looking for weapons, we have some credit at this store. Anodyne sold the Invisibility Potion. Apparently, it was worth quite a bit of money.
Also, it tends to change often.
Oh, Tahiri, you'd like it.
Reflexively, Ren grabs the back of Tahiri's shirt.
She's. I'm not fucking. What's happening?
Brings the closed hand towards Tahiri. You want to hold Harold?
Give me Harold.
Oh my god.
Like, just flips his hand so that the beetle falls into her hand.
Another. Of course.
She lets him play with the rat that she also like tucks out of her.
We have a rat, we have a bug,
I have
and
to
we
make
have
sure the
a
rat
wolf.
doesn't eat the bug.
Be nice, Raticus Jr.
Raticus.
I rolled a nat 1. As soon as you bring the beetle near the rat's mouth.
Rip Harold.
Harold
gonna
is
put his-
no more.
Ren's gonna put his hand on Ace's shoulder. She's all yours.
I
And he's
take,
gonna walk around and just sit on the ground next to the shop and be like,
I take
all yours.
Harold the beetle away from my inventory.
in the arms.
Of the angel.
Oh no.
Fly away.
Away from here.
R.I.P. Harold. He had the best 20 minutes of his life. Cut short by a rat.
He saw so much. Probably too much.
I knew so little.
It was a mercy killing.
She just takes Raticus off her shoulder and looks him dead in the eye and just goes, "That was not nice."
He just squeaks back
Ocean
at you.
Blast. Ocean Blast.
It's him back.
Yeah, anyway.
Ren
Shut
just
up.
sets outside the Sphinx's blade.
This shop is very interesting. It tends to change inventory every, what was that, like a few minutes?
Yeah, it was very, very often.
That sounds cool. I'll walk inside.
I can't believe I found a falafel stand so close.
On that note,
That waffle cost me 1 copper.
Falafel.
Yeah, falafel.
so what did you guys do anyway?
Don't actually
As I-
remove a copper. I'm just kidding.
I have copper to spare.
Okay. About to say you just stole some falafel.
The Lorax
No,
is
Theme
upset
brought
about
me
that.
some.
The Lorax doesn't give 2 shits about falafel. It's not made of trees.
No, he doesn't like it because he didn't bring the Lorax any.
That is true.
Well,
To
he's not
answer you,
gonna get
Ace. To answer you, Tahiri found a fortune teller,
Huh.
and she gave some kids some gold.
that was nice.
I think she scared them a bit, but it's fine. The gold will help with the therapy.
So this fortune teller seemed genuine.
Waits till Tahiri's going towards the shop. I would say so. She had a little bit of insight regarding Tahiri's, I guess you could say, devotion.
Oh, really?
Her god is possibly a patron. And if you say anything,
Talos, you can't. Talos cannot emote, as we have discussed. But if there was a face that Talos could make that was the most unsurprised face a robot could have,
I'm pretty sure the entire
Just-
party
okay,
is
Okay, but a robot can make an unsurprised face. K2SO.
this is very like
Congratulations, you're being
really. you don't say it.
I am shocked and surprised.
However, shall I deal with this revelation?
I have not been thinking that it was that this whole time.
regardless, we don't tell her. She's happy with what she believes. Let her have it.
And maybe one of these days, she'll become a cleric. It happens.
And I'll become an alcoholic before the end of the day.
That's to be expected.
I haven't gotten there yet.
Speaking of which, have you seen Tahiri?
Oh, I left her with Ace.
Tahiri has left you guys. She's gone into
Got into the shop.
love
Tahiri,
how you
did you
sit
do
there.
it? Did you do it stealthily, or did you
I don't
just
think she
walk
does
straight
anything.
in?
I don't think she does anything stealthily, but they were in the mid discussion. But I love that your mentality is I left her with Ace, who you're having a conversation with, and none of you looked at your knees.
Oh, it was more of I left her with Ace in the sense of she's not my problem right now. That's Ace's problem.
I've passed the
Anyone
buck.
with a passive of 10 would notice that Tahiri is gone.
Well, he did say that he was going to. That Ren did say that he waited until she was, leaving for him to start telling anybody. So he probably watched her walk in.
Ren is running on one brain cell at the moment.
A very, very distressed one brain cell, but yes.
Distressed one brain cell that
It's
cannot get the tiefling Terrell Witch out of his mind.
Yeah, he needs to sit this one down and be like, oof.
Oh.
Like, I saw a pretty lady.
Charles kind of leans closer to Ren. Are you feeling sick? Your face is red.
Ren just slowly turns and looks up and goes, being a little nosy there. Next question.
You can't see it. There is a shit-eating grin behind the machine. He goes,
I already bought some weapons, so not my problem.
Anodyne, go fetch
I
the
don't know what they
Tahiri.
will have since we exited the store. I do not know what they will have, but they may have a very large sword that you can use. But don't ask for the. Oh God.
Fully Avenger.
I will go in only so that she can use my credits.
Alright, Anodyne, you walk in and the stock has changed again. And you
Is
see
it?
an exasperated Ugman behind the counter just looking around like, really? This is what the store decides to put out this time.
Hello, sir. I've heard wonderful things about your shop. What do you have for me today?
She's the one I told you
Glances
about.
over the counter. Not sure what I would have for you. Is there anything in particular you're looking for, miss?
Just something that looks like it'd be fun.
Don't really have a lot of fun things around here with us being a weapon shop.
And you have lots of fun things around.
Let me see.
I feel like Tahiri would grab a cursed weapon.
I feel like Tahiri needs the Wabbajack.
The what?
No Wabbajack.
Abba Jack.
The Wabbajack is my favorite item in all of Skyrim because you have no idea what fucking spell is going to come out of it. Sometimes it blows somebody up. Sometimes it turns them into a chicken. You just don't know.
Chicken eater?
It is wild magic in a physical form. Created by a Daedric prince of madness.
I'm looking at the items that got cycled through. I'm not seeing anything that would probably interest Tahiri.
Okay. Anything that looks like goggles or anything?
No, not in the shop.
It would be an armory.
She'll just look around and go, "Oh well, good day, sir," and head out the door.
I mean, I had to look up one item. It was called a devotee censer. I thought it was like an actual like incense burner. No, it's a fucking flail with an incense burner inside the ball on the chain. And I'm like, that's too heavy for Tahiri to carry.
Something tells me that's not a simple weapon.
No, it's from Tasha's Cauldron. And requires attunement by a cleric or a paladin, which neither of those you are.
Oh no! A cleric, you say?
I'm a cleric!
You would have been heartbroken to find out you could not attune to this weapon.
Yeah.
Like, well, your gods are lame. My god is cool.
So wait, did you get anything?
No, she didn't see anything she liked in there.
You both have a good day.
All right,
Owen replies as y'all leave. And then as soon as y'all head out the door,
It's gone.
you hear a shift. And you hear a, "Oh, for Doran's sake." And you get the feeling that the layout has shifted again.
I'll come back later. Sorry you didn't find anything, Tahiri.
Meanwhile,
Looks over and just goes, "That was fast."
It was cool, but not like cool. I need something cool.
You could always try your luck, Ren.
I'm quite good at the moment. I've had my fill of shopping, I guess.
You think I could get a wand? You think I should get a wand?
You know, maybe there is another store. I could see if they have wondrous items
Or should I get some goggles or some really cool gloves? Or maybe just a new dress?
This was not Ace saying that.
I'll go with you, but I'm not babysitting.
Why would you need to babysit?
You didn't hear that.
But I did.
Did you know? I didn't hear anything.
No, guys. He just like starts looking desperately. Everyone just like, no.
Tahiri, you know what you should do? You should tell Anodyne all about the card reader and what she told you.
She listened to my really cool story about, and she starts rambling about everything that they've done. And she goes, and says they'll be really, really good at it. And that is awesome. I found a bug. I named it Harold. Radicus ate him.
Vren just stares at Anodyne. That's what I was doing while you guys were shopping.
Do you need anything? Go check, because I got credit.
I'm quite good at the moment.
Okay.
Oh, for all good. Maybe you should get the money back.
Well,
What's
sure.
left?
I'll check in before we leave, just in case something else pops up. Tahir, I'm sorry about your friend, the bug, Harold.
Shopping episode.
It's okay. I'll say prayers over him later.
All right. Well, if you need assistance or want help or any old thing, just let me know.
Oh, Ren just remembered. Ren's going to convey to the party what Belladonna told him about the goblins on the trail, and how if we capture one alive, we may be able to get information on where it is, as well as the fact that what did she say? That they patrol it quite often, so we don't have to worry about like waiting. Hopefully,
Yeah, there are goblin patrols that head up and down the Tribord Trail pretty often. It was an off day for you guys to not encounter any of them. It could be because of all the recent orc raids and attacks on the Tribord Trail. You have not seen many goblin patrols.
Interesting. Well, shall we go shopping?
Are we supposed to do something with the ears?
Yes, but that's in a different direction.
I
Okay.
thought we're trying to find a necklace, right?
That is in Thunder Tree.
Which is near here.
Closer than we were before.
In a direction?
I'd assume one of y'all has a map on you. Thunder Tree is due east of Neverwinter along the river.
Well, what do you think, guys? Do you want to go for that first? Do you want to...
I mean, should we spend the night since we're, in a city?
It is midday.
I'm not against staying, but I do think our first thing should be going to Cragmore to get our boss. We have been kind of putting that off for a while.
True. How far is that from here?
You guys do not know the location of the castle.
Yeah, we don't. That's why we gotta go find the goblins.
The goblins are back down on the Tribord Trail.
Which would mean we
Which is
finish
due
what we gotta do
south.
here, and then we head back.
So your best bet would be to continue to Thunder Tree to pick up that heirloom and then head back down.
Yeah.
Challenge accepted.
But staying for the night wouldn't be terrible. We have been traveling a lot, and a nice bed would be probably welcome for everybody.
A bath
Out.
also would be very nice.
Bath does sound good. Talos could probably use a good oil bath. Is that what you clean with?
Murphy's oil soap.
Just picturing Talos pulling out an industrial buffer. Bzzz.
Just WD-40. It's a bath of it.
No more squeaks. Either way, I think I am quite famished. I think an inn visit would be good.
Yes, maybe we can find out if any of the locals know anything about this Cragmaw.
Wouldn't be a bad idea to look. Jerry, didn't we pass an inn while we were in the other district?
Yeah, there was an inn over there, I believe. I'm looking at the map.
Oh. You
So I
guys
think the kids mentioned there was an inn that we could go to, right, Tahiri?
Are you talking about in that desolate part of town?
They were kind enough to feed the hungry kids.
Oh, that's nice. But
Oh shit, something I forgot to mention to y'all.
Uh-oh.
When you guys passed through the more slummy district, you
Uh-oh.
notice a great wide chasm that ripped through the district. The houses are all built around it, it seems, but it's a prominent landmark. It looks like that. So I was just looking over the map. I'm like, oh yeah, that exists.
it's a giant chasm.
Just a giant chasm. It's fine. I mean, there's a hole in the yawning portal. This is fine.
I
Yeah.
feel like it's something that Tahiri would have like. That's just a thing and glossed over. I don't know about Ren.
Ren was distracted.
Yeah, he was distracted. Yeah.
Oh my god, Ren is turning to Spike. Three things he doesn't like: kids, women, and pets.
You have all three.
Oh god, I'm turning into Spike.
Forgive me, but can I make an blah, 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 blah. Can I make a blah chest, please? Can I make yeah, blah. Can I make a check to see if I know of some good places to stay here that are not?
Yeah, go ahead and make a history check because I'm trying to look up the places.
12.
Fuck, I'm trying to find one inn.
I know it's really. I think they leave it open like this so you can sort of create your own thing, but
But they show a couple of places.
is the Winged Wyvern a
I
tavern?
think the Winged Wyvern and the Sleeping Dragon are both taverns.
Ooh, the Shard of Night. Cloak Tower. What? House of 1,000 Faces.
No, the Winged Wyvern and Sleeping Dragon are bridges.
Oh.
Weird.
Ooh. There's gonna be an inn near Black Lake.
1 second.
I mean, worst comes to worst, I find us abandoned shack, and we live there.
Well.
Okay,
that's not
Beggar's
good.
Nest is where you guys started.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the fucking chasm in Beggar's Nest was caused when a volcano erupted.
Hmm.
And the earthquake that followed it caused that chasm.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, the Shining Serpent Inn is the inn that you guys passed in the Beggar's Nest. And the Beggar's Nest is closer to the is closer east towards Thunder Tree.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys decided to stay in at the Shining Serpent Inn in Beggar's Nest, you would just have to head north to the river and then follow the river east.
I mean, if that's what you guys really want to do, I don't mind.
I mean, I'm pretty sure there is a nicer inn in the district that y'all are currently in, but it's up to y'all.
Ren is deferring to the group, so
Ace, what do you say? Luxury? Or luxury?
does Thierry have an opinion on where we sleep?
I don't understand that question.
Do you want
Do you want a nice bed or an okay bed?
A bed's a bed.
That's not true.
Do you want Roberto to have a nice bed or an okay bed?
She just kind of looks over at Roberto and goes,
A bed's a bed.
Looks at Anodyne for a moment. Do you want Roberto to have steak or gruel for dinner?
Steak or what?
Gruel, like soup.
Mush.
Yeah, it's kind of like a remnant of everything just thrown into a soup.
Oh no, that just did it for me. I think we should stay at a fancier place where we can get delicious food.
And that's how you make it a group decide.
Yep.
okay.
You
She
can
is
ma-
like super confused by all of this.
Noticing that Ren leans in. Nicer inn means you might be able to find nice dresses nearby.
Yes, and they'll probably be closer to the fancier magic shops. Excuse me, sir or madam.
And this one lady, she's carrying a basket of flowers, is walking by. She stops. Yes, can I help you?
Oh, I'm sorry to trouble you. We were looking for an inn a little bit more upscale than the silvery snake place, silvery serpent.
The Shining
Silvery-
Serpent.
Yes, shining serpent. Yes.
Well, if you're looking for an inn around in this district, you might want to look near the Winged Wyvern Bridge. I believe they have an inn just close by.
Oh,
Yep, you just head about 5 blocks, in that direction, and she points. And then you just hang a right, and it'll take you towards the bridge. There should be an inn, like, right on the corner.
oh, that sounds lovely. Thank you. Are you selling flowers or?
No, I bought these, so I'm taking these home.
Oh, they're lovely. I'll
Thank
see
you.
how I can find some for myself. For your troubles, and he'll toss 3 silver into your hand.
Thank you, sir.
Have a lovely day.
You too. And she scurries off. Still looking at the 3 silver that are now in her hand.
Roberto, are you ready for steak dinner?
God
Ace,
damn it.
are you ready for a steak dinner?
Ace, are you ready for a steak dinner?
Earth to Ace.
Yes.
Are you ready for a steak dinner?
Yeah, sure.
Oh my god.
Just watch. We're gonna find the one restaurant that's like sold out of steak.
Vegan.
I'm so sorry, but we're vegan, whole food, organic, local, grass-fed.
We only
everything.
sell the freshest of avocados.
You know how many
Hey,
people come into Applebee's and ask for avocado? I'm like,
Honey, I serve avocado toast for breakfast every day.
Yes.
now.
Alright. Since we're cutting it close on time, we're almost at 11 o'clock. I think we'll call it here for now, of you guys heading your way up towards the Winged Wyvern Bridge. And there is a very nice inn just towards the bridge. You guys enter for the evening. Just to let you know, Anodyne, because it is a little bit more upscaled, it's 1 gold per room per night.
Oh, easily done. And I'll
Mhm.
just give them 10 gold because we have a dog and a
Okay.
Tahiri. So we each have our own room, so
Alright.
with the exception of Tahiri, who will share with Roberto.
Alright, so since
The other
there are-
dog and a
Since
Tahiri.
there are technically 5 of y'all, because they're not gonna count the dog as a
Okay.
they're not gonna count the dog as a customer. Since there are 5 of y'all, you have effectively bought 2 nights stay at this inn.
Okay. Well, part of it is tip and extra for food and baths and stuff.
So you bought like a night and a half.
Yeah, like we don't need 2 nights here.
1 night, 1 day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know about you, but I'm gonna go take a bath.
Alright, so our last shot for the evening will be you guys entering the inn. Anodyne goes off to take his bath. That's a part of his package deal. So the camera sort of pans out over the top of the inn, then rushes over to the Beggar's Nest district and pans back over Belladonna's stall. As she's humming and shuffling through her cards, and she pulls up one that reads the devil, and she tilts her head at it, and she's like, interesting. And then it fades to black. And that is where we're calling it for the night.
Yay!
You're muted, Kitsune, if you are talking.
I know very little about the tarot, but I know the devil has a specific purpose. I'm just like, wait a minute.
Brouhaha.
Is it for this game? Is it for her own interest she pulled this card? Y'all don't know.
Is
Such a
she in
theory.
disguise?
Is she a god in disguise? Y'all don't know.
Or a devil in disguise?
I mean, she's a tiefling. That's kind of a stereotype right there. Alright, so we're gonna stop there for the evening.
Yes.
Close out all these tabs. I want to thank anyone who's stuck around to watch. Hope you all enjoyed this. We'll be back next Sunday for episode 19 with you. We're gonna start off y'all's evening at the end. So if there's anything you want to do at the end for the evening, like dinner or whatever, you can do so. And then we'll start with the next morning after. If you want to visit any shops, before you head out to Thunder Tree or whatever. So yeah. Thank you everybody who stopped by. Be sure to tune in tomorrow night for Secrets of Pandora at some point tomorrow night. And then that'll be it for streams for the week. And we'll be back Sunday for the next installment of Lost Finds Phandelver. So with that, sleep well, have a great rest of your evening, and we'll see you all in the next one. Mwah! Bye!
Bye.